Hello, you are watching Ask Lauren, the Love Psychic. This is a no-cost program where people just like you submit all of their burning questions about love and relationships, and I get to answer them for you with universal wisdom and loving, intuitive guidance. So today's question comes from a lady named Jacobina. Jacobina is an artist, and what she wants to know is, why can't I attract a guy without compromising when he's nowhere to be found? And Jacobina, listen, this is something that you are definitely not the only person who is struggling with. So many women want to know where this magical Prince Charming is and why can't I attract him, you ask yourself. And you also, it goes deeper than that, because you do not want to sacrifice any of your personal principles, and you don't want to compromise for someone, and therefore you think he's nowhere to be found. So let's look at this question. When you say he's nowhere to be found, that already states that he's nowhere to be found. What you believe is true will always be true, and the universe is always going to reflect that back to you. So maybe refine it and ask, at the moment, he doesn't seem to be anywhere that I am. Okay, so when we go from there, there are a couple ways in which we get to look at this question. First of all, it is so hard for somebody to come into our lives if we aren't ready for them. And this is where I want you to really get serious with yourself and ask, what is in my heart that would block me from receiving love and meeting this amazing person? And furthermore, who is this person? What qualities and traits does he have? These are questions that you really get to be honest with yourself about, because then you know what exactly you would be compromising and what you could potentially be sacrificing. So the point is, you need to know what you want, and you also need to know where you are at. And right now, he's nowhere to be found. And here's something really interesting about law of attraction and attracting a person who we would love to be in a relationship with. And it's really interesting because for people like you, people who are already very intuitive and who are interested in personal and spiritual development work, you're single, and that's because you don't want to compromise. You've probably been down that road before and you don't want to go back. You've seen other friends struggle in love, and even though it hasn't totally been your experience, you know that what you want does exist, and you want a relationship that reflects your soul's true essence. So after you get clear on what it is that you want, you get to ask yourself, what am I contributing to my life and other people's lives? Because the thing about universal law, we are always going to get what we give, no matter what. So if you're waiting for somebody to waltz into your life and he's not showing up, that's because there's something that you need to give in order to create that experience into your reality. So when I asked you before to go through what this person's qualities and characteristics are, you get to ask yourself how you give these qualities and characteristics to yourself each day. So as an example, let's say you want someone who is loving and generous. Just an example. And those are two of the things that you put on your list. Well, that means that you get to be loving and generous with yourself. So if there's something that you've been wanting to give yourself, but you've been afraid to, well, now's a time that you get to give yourself permission to experience that, or some aspect of that. If it's something that you feel like you absolutely can't afford, then you need to find a way to do what you can with the circumstances through which you're dealt at the moment. Because everything that we're experiencing at this moment is a result of choices that we've made. So you get to make some new choices and be loving and generous with yourself. And then, since we always get what we give, you get to look at how you're being with other people. Are you being this way with other people? This could be a family member. This could be a friend, a coworker. Whoever this person is, are you being loving and generous? And I don't mean that I want you to come from a fake place. That's not what I mean. Sometimes being loving and generous means that we get to let people know what our limits are and what our boundaries are, because when other people know what they can expect from us, it just puts everybody in a place of love, a place where nobody's sacrificing or compromising for each other. So really, you get to be very clear with yourself about what you want and what you are willing to give or give up to have the experience that you yearn for. So thank you so much for submitting your question. I am Lauren, the Love Psychic, and founder of www.belovingbewise.com, and I would love to answer your questions. So if you have a question about love and relationships, anything about the heart, I would love it if you would submit a question to me, and you can do that just by clicking on the URL that you see on this video. So thank you so much. I look forward to connecting in the future. Be loving, be wise. Bye-bye.